Who is Jesse James West other than a YouTuber?
If you were to ask me what people don't know about me, I feel like people would never guess that. I'm on the platform from 12 consistently till now. I hit a really dark patch of depression. I always dealt with anxiety, but depression was like the forefront there. I'm intelligent enough to know this is wrong, and I'm logical enough to know that if I take a step, I can get out of it. Oh my God, wait, no.
He's nervous, isn't he?
I'm a little, that's funny. He's reading me well already. What the hell?
End of October, we have our fitness competition, Farm Games 2025.
Farm Games,
first
bro.
fitness competition that we're doing here. And the main event is our barn burner obstacle course. It's a farm-inspired sprint obstacle course.
Oh boy.
Events that no one's seen before. Take Ninja Warrior, Spartan Races, Strongman, CrossFit, all the things, combine them together.
The farmer game.
Inspired by farm activities, though. So, behind you.
Oh boy.
You can be the
Dude, that
first
is a
competitor
total obstacle course right there.
on the farm-inspired
Oh my gosh.
sprint obstacle course called the Barn Burner.
A grueling day.
Day on the farm. What do you think?
I had a lot of fun. I think my favorite part, truthfully, was pretending to get chased by that one rooster. What is his name again?
Bruce.
Bruce.
Rooster the rooster.
Bruce. I'd say...
And surprisingly, you weren't able to chase you. Usually, you
Dude,
don't have to ask for it.
I think he was afraid of me.
Well, I just kind of put him in his
Yeah,
place,
you definitely showed him
yeah,
what's
he was
up.
scared at that point.
I think like the goats just eating was hilarious, and like getting the eggs and then utilizing them tomorrow is gonna be sick.
Yeah.
And I gotta make sure I wash them.
Wash them before you eat.
That's where the salmonella lives.
Yeah.
All the bacteria. But yeah, I would say like the animals and the gym. Animals and gym. Because that gym is pretty damn nice. Yeah.
So the farm and the fitness.
Yeah, farm and fitness. Fitness farm. It's kind of like, did you expect anything else?
That's
But I would say those two things, the animals and the gym.
So insightful.
Oh, and then the food too, wait. Shit. The whole experience is awesome.
It was a good experience. But so sitting down now, like this talk, now when people come out to the farm, we have a great time in the farm. But I want to get to know the people that come out here, right? Like, you introduced yourself and said you want to come out and have some fun on the farm, play around. That's cool, but I want to get to know who you are. Who is Jesse James West other than a YouTuber?
A poet. A cooker. A chef. Damn, I almost had it. I feel like Claudia could be answering these questions better than I would, but I would say I'm a guy who puts on cheesy chick flicks and sheds a tear by the end of it, and is proud of it.
All right.
That's like one category of me.
That's and
Obviously, like,
I'm sure there's many facets.
People know that like I work hard. People know I try to do crazy things. They know that I'm an adventurous person on the videos. I'm making jokes. But I feel like in my personal life, I'm definitely somebody who is definitely a little softer than they might expect. I mean, I don't know, maybe they expect it, but I'm definitely a softer person. Like, I'm very family oriented. Family and friends mean a lot to me. I mean, they mean everything to me. And even over work, I feel like it used to be, there was a phase of like work was number one priority no matter what. And then that was like maybe 6 months to a year of just grinding. And I feel like I kind of had to be like that for a while.
The necessary
Yeah, like I had to put my head
growing.
down.
Yeah.
And then once I kind of got through that phase and I was like, okay, I can kind of, maybe hire people now and I don't have to be sleeping 4 hours a day. I was able to focus on like work and real life.
Right.
And I feel like I value my real life so much. I value work so much, but I also like, neither of them are ever gonna fall to the ground. Like, I'll always work on what I'm passionate with, and I'll always make sure I'm a family man and family and friend oriented.
And that being said, people that, as you know, there's people on YouTube, social media, that look at someone like you and aspire to be like you, but there is that danger that someone can fall into and they get obsessive about it. So how do you find that balance?
Honestly, Claudia, she's smiling because she knew I was going to say it. My wife is to my left.
And my wife is right next to her and would say the same. I'd say the same thing.
We got one hell of an
about her.
audience. But yeah, no, Claudia definitely like keeps me grounded in terms of not getting too ahead of myself or not getting too deep into work. Like, if I'm working too much, she will straight up be like, you're traveling way too much. You need to be home longer. And it's never a way of telling me what to do. It's just, I know this is best for you, everything we have.
Life, yeah.
Life. And also she knows what I actually have interest in, which is always going to involve like family and friends. So when I kind of get short-sighted for a moment, she can always kind of like rein it back in.
Right, because we can always find that when you're hustling, you can always find those distractions that are going to pull you back to that grind.
Oh, easily, yeah.
You got to have that person.
There's always a million emails and a million texts coming through.
And if you don't have that person, like a lot of people out there that don't have that person, find that person in a friend, right? Like you can always
100%.
find someone who can check in with you and make sure you can grind hard and hustle. But
100%.
you know, and it took my wife a little while to be able to figure out how to do that with me, right?
Yeah.
And I was blind to it for a while, and it caused challenges for us. So as someone who's been married 10 years now, as someone who's newlywed,
1 month,
keep listening to her. What's something that they may not know that really inspires you and drives you?
There's definitely a few things. I would say something that inspires and drives me. I mean, I've talked about like the way my dad is kind of influenced the way my habits are. I recently was on a podcast and I was saying how my mom gave me my personality, my dad gave me my habits, and I feel like with that I have like the not perfect, but like I have like the perfect combo of things to kind of keep me grounded and silly, goofy, but also keep me like a workhorse and kind of combine those things. It's like the secret of the YouTube success. Like it worked out very well. Like I'm built for what I do, I think. When it comes to like creativity and that outlet of inspiration, I draw a lot from, there's this one band, and Claudia knows I'm obsessed with this. Their name's Falling in Reverse, the band.
Okay.
And I love their music, but the reason that I get inspired by that band and the singer and their personality of the band is Ronnie Radke, is because the way he makes music is always so like, he'll make a rock song and then out of nowhere it's a country banger and you're like, what the hell? And then it's like a techno emo screamo song next, and it's almost like you never can predict what this guy's gonna do, and I like that. And yes, there's certain degrees of YouTube where like you want to stick in your lane, you know, like I'm in fitness, but I think it's always one of those things where I see him doing that and it's like he's like fucking 100 steps ahead of the next person, and I think that really inspires me of just trying to stay ahead of the game as much as you can, or at least like if I'm going to do something that maybe is similar to somebody else, how can I do it so drastically different, or how can my personality stand out so different than how they might have done it? Right. You know, so that way it's just like you watch both of ours and you cannot even say like, oh, that was so close. Like it's just like that's Jesse. Like that's Jesse. It stands alone on its own, and I feel like I draw a lot of inspiration from him doing things because it's just so unique. And I'm like, I want to be that in the YouTube world. YouTube world, right? Like fitness YouTube.
And it feels like, I mean, and shocking, I know, but I was introduced to you just a couple weeks ago for the first time, and then I heard from you literally days ago, right? This was such
a weird universe thing right there.
Cool thing that happened, and I didn't know what to expect, but I watched some of your stuff, and I see that it comes through.
Thank you.
in your content, which speaks volume. I mean, that's why you have 7 million plus subscribers watching and
appreciate it,
and falling in love with what you're doing and following along. And it's, I think it's inspiring to a lot of other people. So you draw that inspiration.
And that's kind of the goal, is to be able to, I've been through really tough, depressing times when I was younger, and I always turned like to their music. And that was like kind of like got me through that. And I can definitely say it was the gym and their music that literally got me through that time. And I remember when I first started gaining some traction and even just having like a little bit of a following, I was like, my goal is to be that outlet for somebody else that like in that same scenario, or even in your good scenario, whatever it might be, but be the outlet or be the light to somebody's day. And I feel like that's why I'm also like, I am a very bubbly, energetic, outgoing person, but that's why I'll never let my tiredness affect the video's energy, because I know that people are out there absorbing this energy. So it's like, it's my job to just suck it up. Like if I'm fucking exhausted that day, it's like, it's my job to perk up and like do what I do.
I feel like that's an important lesson that so many people can take away, right? Like in life, we've all got our shit, we've all got stuff going on. But when it's time to take care of people or do your job or whatever it is, you got to flip that switch and turn it on. You got to do your work. You got to get it done and not put that shit on other people, right?
Yeah. No one wants to watch a video of bad energy because I'm in a pissed off mood or something. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Right. What are some of the important struggles? And I say important for a reason there. Important struggles that you faced along your journey that's helped get you to where you are.
YouTube worked for me in 2020. Like, that was when it first started to work.
Right.
I've had some small successes in like lacrosse.
I'm gonna cut you off. When did you start?
I started making YouTube videos. Like, I'm on the platform from 12 consistently till now.
Okay.
Which is crazy. I'm 25.
And how many people look at what you've done and don't have any idea that it goes back that far?
Oh, right? Dude, it's insane. Yeah. Like, I've literally been editing and making videos. Used to do it with my best friend Stelios. We had a lacrosse channel for 13 years ago. We're out there shooting in the backyard, talking about the gear, the sticks, we're reviewing stuff. Like, somehow we kind of figured it out a little, like a small amount, but like we had like a 10,000 following. Is that the right word? The 10,000 subscribers. We had 10,000 subscribers, and
I'm teaching the YouTube.
My grammar is never good. We had 10,000 subs, and like we had a little bit of a fan base, and it was this crazy thing where it kind of like, I look back at it and it was almost like a beginner's luck. Not like beginner's luck, but like it was like the universe was showing me that this is the right path in a way. And then when 2018 hit, I had my first like biggest struggle, which was just mental health and my purpose in life. I was 18 years old. Obviously, 18-year-old is very young. It's like fucking child.
Yeah, but it's a pivotal point in your life.
It's such like a turning point.
Yeah.
And I hit a really dark patch of depression. I always dealt with anxiety, but depression was like the forefront there. And I was playing D1 lacrosse at Lehigh University for a few months. I was committed there for years. I knew I was going. I knew everybody for a long time. Finally get there. I knew for years, like, I don't think this is the right path for me, but I'm like, I didn't think there was other options. I'm like, I signed up, I'm going. So I fall into a very dark depression, and by like month 3, I'm like the lowest I've ever been. And I've never felt that low since then, thankfully. And that was a very pivotal point in my life because it showed me that like literally I was the only one that could take me out of that scenario. And my whole life, you kind of lean on your parents, lean on your friends, you lean for advice on your siblings, whatever it might be, to kind of like, do I leave? And you wait for the yes, you should leave, and then and you go do that. But at that point, it's like I'm literally becoming a man. And I'll never forget my sister and my mom. I forget who it was. Just told me like, listen, you're a grown man now. Like, if you don't want to be doing this and this isn't right for you, like you can make that choice. And I remember just hearing that. It sounds like my sister, to be honest. And I was just like, holy fuck. Like it like opened my mind. I was like, I can make a choice beyond my parents. What the hell? That's crazy. So I eventually get balls to do it, quitting the team, transferring. It was a whole fucking, we'd be here for an hour if I told the whole thing. But like very monumental point in my life of hitting the lowest point to then know that I never want to feel that way ever again. And the only thing I can do is make my own choices to take myself out of that. And of course, once I made my choices, thankfully, I have great parents. They were behind everything I was doing. They knew that was right for me. And from there, I transferred to another school, Montclair State University in New Jersey. And that's where I kind of like, again, I was still doing YouTube through all of this, at least a little bit. But once I got to Montclair, it was it's a very theater school. It's like all about music, acting, an arts school. They had a great lacrosse program too, so I was playing lacrosse. But it just felt like I could literally walk around vlogging and people would be like, oh, what are you doing? Like, oh, that's awesome. Like, it wasn't weird there. Like, everything was accepted there, which was really cool. And so I just started doing more vlogs. I was still making them about lacrosse. I would involve some fitness in them. Like, maybe it'd be like a practice and then a workout. But I was making a lot more content, at least weekly by then. At Lehigh, it was like maybe once a month. I just did not have the time. And I realized like, this is definitely what I always knew I wanted to be doing this. And this is definitely, I'm on the right path right now. Yeah. I'm not on the path right now, but I'm on the right, like I'm in the highway of 5 lanes and I'm not sure what lane to be in, but I'm going the right direction. Before I was going the complete wrong direction. And for me, that was like the hardest point that led me towards this path that I'm on now. And just honestly, like it's obviously so hard to go through those things, but very grateful. And like you said, important struggles.
And those struggles that make us who we are today.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, so many people are in these same positions, right? And they're in that struggle, and they're in these points in life where they think this is it. This is this is what it's going to be like for forever.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to take a step back and say, what am I going to learn from this moment? How do I just live in this moment and learn from it? And it takes time, right? You have to, sometimes that switch flips and you realize it, but sometimes it's not even until after the fact.
Yeah.
So after that, how did you learn from it? What did you take away from that?
I feel like at first I didn't really take much away. Like obviously I knew I could to make my own choices. That was a big epiphany. But then afterwards, I kind of felt like I was like damaged for a little bit, and like maybe that's not the best word to use, but that's just how I felt. And I felt for a while I kind of was just like healing and coming back to life, like becoming Jesse again. Like I felt very like depleted of who I was. And then eventually looking back, it was like once the pandemic, 2020, when the whole everything shut down in the world happened, I then realized like everything has led me to like where I am right now. And I started making even more content then. And I was like, if I never would have made that one choice to just like quit the team and consciously make my own choice in life, I would have never, ever ended up where I am now. I mean, like, no, I fully believe that I have no idea where I'd be in life or if I'd even be alive. Like, who the fuck knows? And like just looking back and knowing that it pushed me on this like hard right turn, I had no idea where it was going, but the fact that I made the right turn. You
said faith that it was the right direction.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going in the right direction, and I'm just gonna keep fucking running.
And sometimes it's not even about whether you are in the right direction; it's whether you believe you are. And if you're making a decision that you truly believe is taking you in the right direction, sometimes you find out it was the wrong direction, but at the time, at least it was a decision. At least you were moving forward.
Yeah, because a lot of people in myself, I froze for like 3 years in high school. Yeah. I didn't make any decision.
And there's so many people in that position, right, that don't know it. It's just sometimes just making a decision to get to that next step.
Yeah, it's making one decision to get to the next decision.
Yeah.
And as long as you just keep making them, it's like, that's all that matters.
And as long as you believe in your heart that it's somewhere in the right direction.
I always knew that I like some people always ask like, oh, would you be shocked? Would younger Jesse be shocked to see where you're at? And I say no. I'm like, no, I fully believed that one day this path was going to be there. I had no idea when, but I figured if I never gave up, eventually I'll step on the right path and it'll happen. Yeah. But like, I had like a very delusional confidence through all of it. I would say except for that like dark time. But even then I knew I would get out of it. Like I was like, I'm intelligent enough to know this is wrong. And I'm logical enough to know that if I take a step, I can get out of it. Where a lot of people
props to you for that, having that foresight as well, because a lot of people, they know it's wrong.
Yeah, but they just bear with it.
But making that choice to do something else is very hard.
And I think that's one of my goals with my content is to always like, and even if it's subconscious, which I think it would be, is to like, I think people look at my life online, at least at what I'm doing, and they definitely, and especially my energy, they can see that I'm living to the fullest. Like I'm getting everything out of the moment. And I think that's like the goal with the channel is to show that, not just directly tell. Like I could sit there and go, guys, I'm trying to do that, but like I'd rather just show, just to go like every scene, every idea, every video I make, every collab. It's like I'm not just going and doing things. I'm doing things to the fullest,
right? And
to take that into life. That's kind of.
It seems like that's something that I think your wife can probably speak to. Is something that when you do that with one thing, you tend to do that with everything in your life. And hopefully, I can only imagine you're doing that with your marriage, and that's why you were so lucky to marry a beautiful wife like this.
I mean, that was one of my vows. Was I said I had a list of promises, which is vows, for anyone that didn't know. But one of them was, I was like, I promise to always give 110% in our relationship, because like truly that's how I am with everything. Like I won't pick something up unless I'm going to be 110%. It's like, why would I? Like I have a slight aspiration to learn guitar, but I'm like, if I'm not going to actually sit there and be like, I'm going to dive into this and do this every day and become amazing, like I'm not going to waste my time doing 20% because I'm just going to fall off and I wasted a month.
Yep.
You know?
No, I completely understand
it's
that.
all or nothing for me. My dad is very black and white. My mom always says your dad can't see gray. Like he does not know gray exists, and it's either a yes or a no. And I feel like that's probably where I got it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Definitely.
I want to shift gears for a second.
No worries.
Outside of fitness and YouTube, what are some of the things that you love doing in life? Like that you're really passionate about? And we just kind of talked about this and how it's hard to be passionate about something that you're not fully invested in.
I know,
right now
that's
you're fully
one of my
invested
flaws.
in YouTube, fitness, and your relationship.
Yeah.
Outside of that, what and you know, not even what you're passionate about, what kind of fuels your soul? Because YouTube is work, fitness has become work for you. Relationships
Fuels
can
my
be
soul.
work.
That's a good way to put it.
So what outside of that? We all need something outside of that we're kind of as our escape.
I would say one of the things that feeds my souls is taking care of our animals, which is why like I have this like dream one day. I got to make a lot more money first because I know there's a lot of expenses behind this and it would be a huge pivot, but it would be to have a farm. I always say, I'm like, I want a farm with 2 of every animal, like a rescue. And in my opinion,
That was a boat at one time, but.
Yours was? Wait, what did you say?
That was a boat once. It was called the Ark.
Oh, the Moses. No, I know. I forgot about it.
It was Noah.
Noah's Ark. Did you say Moses?
You said Moses.
No, I did not.
That's all right. Luckily, your editor's going to have this first. He can cut it if you want.
No, I don't care. No, I forgot about that it's a whole like biblical thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think that would feed my soul so much of having animals to take care of. And in my opinion, I think the best way to go about it, and I mean, I would have to do a lot more research, but I feel like doing like a fostering thing so that way that you can constantly keep saving more animals, because otherwise you just need to keep expanding your farm. But I think that would be such a beautiful thing to have. And also I would have so much fulfillment in that, because obviously I love taking care of our animals now. Like they're literally me and Claudia's children. But I think being able to do it in that large scale would be so rewarding.
And I can speak to that, you know, just seeing you on the farm today and seeing you kind of light up around the animals. And I know, you know, when you're making videos.
Yeah, that's me excited though.
You're excited in all your videos. That's kind of your personality. But to see you light up a little bit around the animals and get excited to pet the cow and, you know, it was genuine. Like I could really see it make you happy. You're wearing that cowboy hat. I'm telling you,
farm life chose me.
I think you got a future.
I mean, Claudia knows I've said that many times. I'm always like, her mom is gonna like run. We're gonna have a little cat area, and she'll run the whole cat thing. And then my sister would. I think at our wedding, my sister was like, my sister lives in Colorado, and we're always trying to find diabolical plans to get all of our family to live in one area. And my sister was like, if you got a
compound,
a farm, like a compound, I would 100% come take care of the animals. So I'm like, all right,
family compound. There
I gotta get the compound. I gotta buy the animals. I need to make a little bit more money for the salaries of the people, and then we got it.
But let's talk, because then we can just turn it into a fitness farm.
Dude, Maryland Fitness Farm.
Here we go. We got it.
You never know.
But I'll tell you what. So, in all seriousness, the next question I was going to ask you was, what do you dream about?
I feel like that's definitely one of my dreams. Like it's something that I express to everybody that I'm close with, and I genuinely think it would fill my soul, which I think is honestly a huge part of dreams.
Yeah.
I feel like my dreams used to be in the position I am now, and obviously now I have like goals within that dream. Like I feel like I can, and I know that's like not the best thing to say as someone who's aspirational. Like, oh, I completed my dream. But I for sure have my dream life, like 1,000%. Yeah. I'd be delusional if I thought otherwise.
I mean, a lot of people, I'm going to interrupt you for a second, because a lot of people would look at you and say, he's living his dream life, right?
Yeah.
Because
I think the dream is always changing though.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah.
10 years ago, this was your dream.
Yeah.
Right? And you've been doing this for a long time. This was your dream 10 years ago, but all right, so you lived out that dream. And and I say dreams, and some people might trade that off with goals. Yeah. But I see goals more as they're measurable. Yeah. Right? And when you look at a dream, first of all, it shouldn't be as attainable as a goal. It may not be attainable at all. right? So when I ask that question, it's, what does that look like? You know, what do you dream about? When you find yourself daydreaming during the day, what does that look like? And, you know, you kind of spoke to it a little bit with that farm.
Yeah.
But what does that farm mean to you? Why is that your dream? What does that mean for you and your family? And
I think it's like, it would be so awesome to raise kids having like a farm and a compound, or like, even if, let's just say it was this, like literally the animals, you take care of them and everything. One, it would teach, I mean, I'm sure you have kids. You could teach them so many lessons with like raising.
It's the number one reason I bought this.
Literally, I feel like
my wife and I wanted to raise our family.
So many things, like subconsciously
like
learning in a non-forced way. It's like, take care of your things you care about, you know, clean, all this stuff. I feel like that'd be like such a rewarding thing as someone who aspires to be a father one day.
Yeah.
And I think also the fact of involving, I involve my family a lot in my business. Like my mom runs all my finances. My dad has produced for me in the past.
That's great.
Like I don't, it's not that I don't trust people, but when I have trust in people, I want to like, you know, like,
why not leverage that? I mean,
why not use that? Yeah. And it also does it, like when my dad was producing, I have a producer now full time because it became a lot. But in the beginning, like it was one of the number one reasons that me and my dad spoke so much. Like, not that we wouldn't speak, but there definitely would be a lot more time in between calls if it wasn't for making videos. And then my mom, I'm on the phone with, talking through business deals, brand deals, like, hey, what do you think of this? And ideas, like that definitely molded our relationship a lot, so like YouTube. And then, so I think truly having that, I'm sure your mom and Dakota or whoever would want to, Kennedy, anyone, I mean, my sister-in-law, her sister is always taking care of our dog, Rooster, loves Rooster just as much as us, our dog. And I feel like it would, maybe this is just a thought that I have, and that's also why I want this to be a dream, but I think that also just being able to bring the family together on that is a reason that I would want to do it even more, because in my head, the reason I say I want to make more money to do it is, one, to purchase it, but two, to employ my entire family and everybody. It'd be like, okay, you're manager here, you're making this much per year, you're making this much. And like, literally it's like, hey, everybody, come live a dream life. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like that's the dream.
And I can relate, you know, when you make your dream involve so many other people to be able to live their dream. Yeah. Is amazing.
Because I know my sister would fucking love that. Yeah. And also she lives in Colorado. Even if she only lived here for the summer to be a part of it. Like, you know, being closer would be awesome. That's awesome. We're always trying to find ways to get my parents to come down, and I feel like just, you know, buy a horse for my mom or something. She'll come down.
A lot of people doing what you do, right? That are very surface level. You can see who they are by watching the videos and things like that. But I can tell you do have a lot more to you. There are layers to you. You know, you're a pretty deep guy, and I noticed that just from getting to know you just today. And I appreciate that. I think today has been an amazing day because of that. And thank you. And, you know, by the time you leave here, I consider you a friend, and I really appreciate you coming out and spending this time with us.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I think that's easy for people to see. And that's why I love doing this right now, because people may not know that from just watching your videos. So seeing you in another light, I think, is a really cool way for them to know you. Yeah.
Dude, I just thought, and this is an idea, you should totally do this with everyone. I'm sure you're going to, and have them wear a hat, and it's the farm like pod.
That's the goal.
No, this is like
you're the first.
This should be like, because
I was going to tell you at the
like
end,
with the whole like encompassing.
So at the end of this, I was going to introduce you as our first guest.
Hell yeah!
I didn't want you going into it thinking it was like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, because I'm like, this is really good. You're a really good interviewer. And like conversate. I mean, you're just being a good human.
That's all I want to do. Yeah. Is just have conversations with good people.
Yeah.
And
hell yeah.
You seem like a good person. So I was like, let's chat.
Let's go.
Yeah. Around the fire.
Yeah.
We
just got to AI.
A non-existent fire.
AI the fire.
Yeah. And we're almost done. You're answering so many of my questions just in conversation. That's what I wanted this to be, right? Just a good conversation. But one of the things I did want to know about you is, I know in your life you travel so much, right? You're super busy. But what are some of the things that you don't have time for right now? What are some of the things in your life that you wish you could make time for, but you just don't? Or is there anything?
Therapy. Me and Claudia talk about this all the time. That's like that. I'm making a joke, but that's like kind of serious too.
Yeah.
I think definitely it's something we've already talked about. It's something I totally avoid.
Yep.
Like I feel like just as a man, we suck at that shit.
I completely agree.
And I talk about it on podcasts, like I'm about to go sign up, but like I then don't. So it'll happen eventually. We're working on it. But I mean, it wouldn't be very difficult. It would definitely add into my schedule, especially if it was like a weekly, like I could not do a weekly timed thing.
Yeah.
Every week is different for me. Like someone's like, what are you doing Friday? I'm like, right now it's this, but if I might be in Vegas because I have no idea who's gonna hit me up. You know what I mean? Like fucking The Rock hits me up, I'm leaving, you know, I'm going.
Yeah. Fortunately, there are online programs, therapy sessions that you can do. And I'm not gonna mention who they are right now because they don't sponsor this yet. But if they do, I'll mention it next time.
That would have been so good. I gotta hit up some people, bro.
Yep, that's what I was thinking of, but we're not gonna insert this.
You know what that was? That was an example of how good it could be. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Not to mention the pot calling the kettle.
The what?
I was getting there.
Oh. I'm trying to think of other things I don't have time for.
While you're thinking, I can completely relate. As you say, like as a man, it's hard. It's hard to make time for something like that, right?
Oh, so hard.
For me, it's not something that I believe isn't beneficial to me.
Yeah.
I 100% believe it's beneficial. We've talked about doing, counseling for myself, marital counseling for us just as like a preventative measure. And it's so beneficial, but for me, it's so hard to prioritize it.
So hard.
I know how important it is.
Because I think we know that, like, hey, if we continue to live the way we are, it's okay. That was a cow.
T-bone.
Like, if we continue to live the way we are right now, we are fine to a degree. Like, we are fine.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, but if I don't do it, then I'm still fine. But you could be better, I guess, is the question. I don't know.
And I don't know. I was raised in a way that you just figured shit out, right?
Yeah,
and we're
same.
living in a day now where we know the data, we know how important and how beneficial it can be. I was raised in a way where we dealt with our problems.
Yeah, you're a Southern man.
We figured, I'm actually not.
Oh shit, he's fake.
No, I'm not a Southern man.
What are you?
I'm a country boy from New York. So upstate New York, Western New York.
Okay.
Grew up in the country in Western New York.
Northern man.
Yeah. And so I was, raised in a way we just figured it out.
Yeah.
And everyone's got shit, everyone's got problems.
Yeah.
No need to sit down and talk about it all the time. And so I'm good at burying things.
Mm-hmm. literally and figuratively. Yeah. In the farm and in his head.
So, but I do understand the benefits. But yeah, I'm right there with you.
I'll let you know when I somehow pull the plug eventually.
Yeah, and
same goes for you.
Pull the trigger.
The trigger.
Please don't pull the plug.
Wait, pull the plug is oh my god! Wait, no.
I'm glad I corrected it though. I can't let that slide.
No, I was picturing like a drain. Like you let all the water drain out.
Yeah, you
like
pull the plug once you get to the therapy session, but pull the trigger. Okay. I'm booking it. Yeah.
Yes, pull the trigger is also bad too.
Pull the trigger is making it happen.
Okay, I'll let you know when I make it happen.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else I avoid. I mean, not avoid.
You don't have time for.
Don't have time for. Yeah, honestly, like, yes.
Oh, because you're not
like
busy enough for the one you have, right?
Starting a business.
Or it's not successful enough yet. You gotta do it.
Starting a business is like, I mean, it's everyone always like, oh, YouTube and the business and this. And I'm like, I also like think, I truly believe that I could just live the way I am and keep scaling this and that's my business. I do think that there is space and I think I would love to own something and not have to always just like kind of be under somebody else. Because, I see what I do for other companies and it's like, holy shit. If I did that for me, that's insane. Oh my God, we have that farm right now. But there's so much more layers to it than just looking at like, oh, well, my sales are that good. It's like, okay, well, that company pays $100 million of just ads around it. Like there's all this other shit, they have 30 years of, brand awareness that they've just built, it's like, there's so much. So I think starting a company is like on a list. It's on my list. It's just sometimes.
Can't put you on the spot.
Yeah.
What industry would it be in if you had to choose right now?
I'm definitely
you don't have to be specific. You don't have to be specific. That's why.
It'd be health and wellness.
Yeah,
that's the most I can
in that
say.
space.
Yeah, I think it would be health or wellness or like a consumable. Like there's like what are foods called? There's a proper name for it. I don't know. There's some business slang I'm trying to think of.
But you're looking more foods, nutritional foods, as opposed to like supplements.
Yeah, supplements.
Or a combination.
I could see myself doing either, truthfully. Yeah. Like they would both work. But I feel that something that's going to be that really mass scale and the next thing, I feel like supplements are just covered.
Yeah,
like every pre-workout exists. Every fucking protein exists. What are you going to do? Like add a molecule or something?
And you could easily start that company and make sales based on your following alone, right? You could make money.
I would be bored.
Would it fuel your soul again? Like would it?
And truthfully, that's why
I
haven't pulled plugs. I've had so many people hit me up to do business. Oh my God. I haven't pulled the trigger. I have not pulled the trigger on businesses. And I've had like big fucking people want to start shit with me. And I just haven't done it because it'll fuel my soul, the idea at first. And then after like working on it, I'm like, I'm not going to enjoy this in a year. I'm not going to care enough to do it. Like the way I care for my videos and going out and filming and stuff, I need to care that much about that.
Yeah.
Or pretty damn close, or it's just not going to be as successful as it could be. And then it's just like, what am I doing it for? Like make an extra bag or something,
and then it doesn't serve a purpose for you, right?
No, it's got, at this point, like I don't need it in life. So it's got to serve a greater purpose of fulfillment, which I'm so grateful that I could say that statement.
Oh, absolutely. You're in a very fortunate position to be able to take, I mean, you're so young in the position that you're at to be able to take your time and find that next thing.
Yeah.
You got so much time.
And I also know that like people always are looking for the next thing, the next step, what's your plan, what's your goal, what's 5 years from now, what's 10 years from now. And what I learned from that whole like 2018 dark depression, big pivot was that I feel like you don't need to have a 5 or 10 year thing. Like you could, I could see myself doing this for 5 more years or 10 more years, whatever it might be. You could have all the goals in the world that you want of 5 years and 10 years. But I feel like you truly don't need to, because in my opinion, I would have never guessed of that hard of a pivot happening.
Right.
And because of that, I was like, dude, you just never know.
So yeah, I never expected it to grow into this 60-person event that was going to sell out every week that we did it and turn into something that people wanted to, travel from hours away to be a part of, or fly from across the country, or have a huge YouTube star want to come out and and be a part of. And so it kind of just evolved naturally into what it is right now. And that's really what I wanted it to be. I never wanted to force anything. I wanted it to be something that we just kind of opened it up to people to be a part of, to build a community around what we were doing. And it kind of just took off on its own. I didn't really have to do much. We just posted what we were doing and allowed people to bring ideas to us and add on little things here and there that people gravitated towards. And it just turned into something really special because of that. And I think that's the biggest thing, because it wasn't forced, because we just kind of, and the position we were in, I didn't want to invest a ton of money into just building something crazy. I want to just do it little by little and just see what it would become, and it's kind of become something really special.
Hell yeah!
So I'm excited about where it can still go, and I'm excited that it brought me to this position where I'm sitting here with you.
Hell yeah! No, I'm glad too.
Yeah.
So I got one more question, my final question. If there's a slogan or some words that you stand by, so for me, I always say at the end of my videos, don't forget to stay relentless. Stay relentless being my slogan.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take that shit. It's mine.
Trademark.
Don't put that part. Anyways, what are some words? What is a slogan? What is one word that means a lot to you that you think, and now I don't know if this is gonna be the thing that you always say, but what's at least one thing that you always kind of stand by?
There's a lot of things, I think, but the first thing that comes to my mind right now is hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And I was never the smartest kid, the most talented, I was the poor kid. There was a lot that I didn't have going for me. But one of the number one things I always had that was kind of ingrained in me by my family was hard work. And I think everything I did, I just always want to make sure I was busting my ass and outworking everybody else. If I was going to get ahead, it was because nobody was going to work harder than me at that thing. So I think, yeah, just it's hard work, and I try and instill that in my kids. Is just you got to work hard no matter what you're doing, and it seems like you've lived that as well. You've got to where you are at because you're willing to put in the work, and I think it's an important lesson that a lot of people,
hell yeah,
could live by as well.
You should come up with something like hard farm work, hard work.
Well, I have one more thing for you.
Stay hard.
One more thing I have for you.
Stay harder. Sorry.
One more thing. Yeah, we're keeping David Goggins out of this one. One more thing I do have for you. So people that I sit down and talk like this with are people they're out there crushing it in whatever it is that they're doing. I respect you for that. I admire that.
Thank you.
And I'm happy to have this platform to discuss this with you because it's inspiring to a lot of people. So, without further ado, I'll be right back.
Is this where you're supposed to run? The man went in the farmhouse. What the hell?
So,
what the hell is going on, bro?
As our first guest, you get to sign the hammer.
Okay, I was like, bro, I can't take that on a plane. Dude, that's sick. Let's go. Ooh, where do I want it? I feel like right here?
Yeah, I think right there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a lefty.
There it is.
Dude, that's sick. Sign the hammer.
So what is the name of the show?
Hold it. Show it.
Oh my God, it's so heavy. It's upside down. There we go.